Is he flashing you? Rusty, get in the van.
We're getting in the van. Holy smokes. Oh man. That was a huge knock. What was that?
The wild has a way of turning a peaceful night into a battle for survival the moment you realize you're not alone. From a camper suddenly surrounded by flashing lights in a dark, unfamiliar place, to the chilling feeling of realizing something is lurking at your every step as you cross the forest. When night falls, will you trust your instincts and run, or is it already too late? The following unsettling footage comes from What Day Is It? Woven a UK-based van life travel channel centered on solo road trips, stealth camping, and real experiences across Europe. It is March 12, 2026 in Germany. During a road trip traveling from Copenhagen, Denmark, through Germany, after a long day of driving, the creator pulls over at a quiet roadside location to spend the night inside his van. The area is extremely dark and isolated, with winter temperatures making the setting feel even more uncomfortable. Earlier that day, he had explored a small historic site resembling an old castle and a nearby memorial connected to a former concentration camp, setting the tone for a tense camping encounter.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Police outside. Don't know what they want.
Without any warning, bright lights suddenly flood the van. Police officers arrive at the location and begin shining flashlights toward the vehicle instantly, startling the traveler and breaking the silence of the night.
What does that mean?
Control. For identity.
Oh, right. You want my identity?
Identity.
Is someone somewhere else in the car?
No, it's just me.
Just you.
Yeah. No, am I alright to park here for the night?
For what?
The night, am I allowed to park here?
Yeah, it's allowed here.
It's loud, okay.
Yeah, it's allowed. It's no problem.
The officers photograph his documents and enter the details into their system while confirming that he is alone in the vehicle. The process lasts several minutes as they verify his identity and travel situation.
Pretty much. That's the first time anything like that has happened to me. So I wanted all my identification. On my passport, my driving license, like note down like who's obviously like around, like foreign, I guess. I don't know, like how or why they they were checking what the hell's going on. Like they were beaming in.
After completing the checks, the police confirm that everything is in order. They inform him that he can remain parked overnight as long as he stays inside the van and does not set up any outdoor camping equipment. Even when everything seems under control, moments like this can change without warning, especially in unfamiliar places at night. If something like this happened to you during a camping encounter, would you feel safe staying or decide to leave right away? The video comes from 2 Seats Forward, a UK-based van life and outdoor adventure channel focused on wild camping, off-grid travel, and dog-friendly outdoor experiences. It is February 23, 2026 in Cannock Chase, Staffordshire, United Kingdom. After a busy week, the couple heads toward Cannock Chase looking for a quiet place to park the van for the night with their dog, Rusty, traveling with them. They plan to settle in for the evening cooked dinner inside the van and enjoy a simple overnight stay in the forest. The area is dark and quiet, with very little traffic nearby, giving the location a calm but slightly tense atmosphere, setting the tone for a subtle camping encounter.
Babe, is that a car coming? I can see lights. Is he flashing you? Rusty, get in the van.
We're getting in the van.
Well, we're back in, but we don't know if we're staying here because somebody was flashing the lights at us. They were, weren't they?
While approaching the chosen camping spot, a nearby car suddenly flashes its headlights directly toward them. The unexpected burst of light immediately catches them off guard, raising concern that someone may have noticed their van while they were trying to camp discreetly. This brief moment quickly turns into an uneasy camping encounter as the uncertainty of being seen disrupts the quiet setting.
Do you think it was my beam at them? I've got a beam on it. I don't even know what it's showing me. But no, I had this big head torch on from Timu. And it's actually like a beam of light. We are on the move.
We're on the move.
You didn't like being flashed at, did you? We'll keep you updated if we're safe. And it does not look suspicious. I can't turn it off, it's your Timu one that's broke.
Jesus Christ.
Bloody hell.
After a few moments, they think through what may have happened. They question whether the headlights were intentionally flashed at them, or if it may have been accidental. The uncertainty creates a short but tense moment as they remain unsure of the other driver's intentions, extending the feeling of a quiet but unsettling camping encounter. Once the situation settles, the couple continues with their overnight stay. By morning, the atmosphere is completely different. Bright sunlight fills the area as they prepare breakfast, ride their bikes, and let Rusty run and play nearby. Stealth camping can sometimes bring moments of uncertainty, but the peaceful morning reminds them why they enjoy van life and exploring quiet outdoor locations across the UK. If something like this happened to you during a camping encounter, would you stay and wait it out or leave before anything else changed? At first, it was just a knock somewhere in the distance, but then it began trailing him through the forest, and by the time he realized he wasn't alone out there, it was already too late. Exploring with Bear is a US-based adventure and Bigfoot exploration channel focused on immersive solo expeditions into forests known for historical Bigfoot activity. On January 26, 2026 in Ohio, United States Bear begins the investigation deep in the woods during a severe winter cold front. The temperature is extremely low and the forest is covered in snow and ice. As he walks along the trail alone, the environment feels unusually quiet. The darkness, freezing air, and isolation quickly build a tense atmosphere, setting the stage for a chilling camping encounter as he carefully moves across the icy terrain.
Holy smokes! Oh man, that was a huge knock. Whoop! Whoa!
Later in the exploration, Bear comes across a large teepee-style structure built from branches. Fresh footprints lead directly into the structure, suggesting recent activity in the area. The discovery increases his caution as he continues moving through the forest. While descending along a trail,
What was that? Holy smokes, man, that scared the crap out of me. Look at this place. I hope I'm going the right way. I might not be. I'm not on the same trail as I was. Oh! It's getting so dark. Big monster cliffs.
the darkness and dense trees make it difficult to determine his direction, and strange noises around him intensify the feeling of isolation.
Oh man, that was a huge knock. Huge knock. Something's walking. I about twisted my ankle.
Soon, after loud knocks and sounds resembling footsteps begin to follow him through the forest. The repeated noises make him more aware of his surroundings as he carefully continues down the trail.
Double timing it back, there was multiple knocks and things running. Pretty much chasing me out of the forest. Man, my battery's about dead.
And within moments, the camera shut down totally. I couldn't record anything else that happened, and I wasn't even out of the...
As Bear attempts to leave the area, more knocking sounds and running noises echo through the woods. At the same time, his camera battery dies, leaving him unable to continue recording or easily contact anyone. He focuses on navigating safely out of the freezing forest. Despite the difficult conditions, the expedition becomes both physically demanding and mentally intense. Although no clear visual evidence is captured, the combination of strange sounds, isolation, and harsh winter conditions creates a highly tense camping encounter. If you were alone in a situation like this camping encounter, would you keep going deeper or turn back before it gets worse? The next unsettling video comes from Expedite Travels, a North American van life and expediting channel that captures solo journeys, freight runs, and real moments on the road. It is October 9th, 2020 in South Memphis RV Park and Ark Trail, Mississippi, United States. The vlogger begins exploring a trail near a lake, passing benches and a pavilion along the way. The area is open, quiet, and noticeably empty. He observes the calm surroundings, noting that the trail is monitored but remains accessible at all times. As he continues walking, the peaceful setting creates a steady atmosphere, one that feels relaxed but slightly off due to the complete absence of other people.
Alright guys, I just had something freaky ass crap happen to me. And I am not lying, this is not a joke. I know I messed around before about the Bigfoot thing. I was walking and I seen, I don't even know how to explain it, man. It was like a red, it almost looked like somebody wearing like a red jacket, or you know what I mean, like a jacket, like it was far off in the distance.
Then the environment shifts almost instantly. The woods fall into an unnatural silence. Bird sounds fade, and the usual background noise disappears, replaced by faint rustling that cannot be clearly traced.
It was something, I missed something, maybe it was a tag or something on a tree, or somebody put some kind of marker or something up, and I couldn't see nothing. It was gone when I came back. It's like dead quiet here, that's not good. Usually there's like flies around me, but usually there's birds chirping close by. It's like...
He returns to check the same spot, but whatever he thought he saw is gone, turning the moment into a subtle but growing camping encounter. Soon, after more movement is heard behind him, subtle shifts in the brush and irregular sounds keep him alert. Birds return briefly at times, but their inconsistency only adds to the uncertainty.
Like a loud, almost like whistle or screech or something. It was freaking weird, man. I don't know, like the hair on the back of my neck is standing up, like somebody, I feel like somebody's watching me. It's dead quiet in here now. And it was when I first came in, you could hear birds, and this is near the exit. It's about, I don't know. So there's...
The forest then becomes completely quiet again, with almost no natural sound remaining. Suddenly, a sharp, high-pitched whistle or screech cuts through the silence. The sound echoes across the trail, making it feel like something is close by. With limited visibility and no clear explanation, the moment becomes the peak of the encounter. What begins as a calm walk along a quiet trail quickly turns into something far more disturbing. Even though no clear source is ever found, the sequence of events creates a strong sense of unease that lingers. A camping encounter doesn't always reveal itself clearly, but when the forest suddenly goes silent and something calls out from the distance, would you trust what you heard or pretend it was nothing and keep walking? The video comes from Rick and his van, a UK-based van life and camping channel focused on simple overnight park-ups, rural stopovers, and road trips, often exploring places connected to local history and haunted reputations. It is January 14th, 2024, in Hartley Moddit, Hampshire, England, United Kingdom. Rick arrives at Hartley Moddit, a location known for both its history and its reputation as one of Hampshire's most haunted villages, setting the stage for a quiet but uneasy camping encounter. He explains that most of the original village and manor house have disappeared, leaving St. Leonard's Church as the only major structure still standing. Local stories mention hidden cellar remains, underground passages, ghostly coach sightings, and even reports of music coming from the church at night.
I mean, it's pitch black. I'll show you. Right, look that up. Remember what happened in the last gate that we had? Okay, it looks slightly different at night. You see those?
Once night falls, Rick leaves the van and walks around St. Leonard's Church with a torch. The churchyard feels noticeably different in the dark, with stained glass windows glowing faintly and gravestones fading into the shadows. He moves carefully, listening for anything unusual, but most of the unease comes from the isolation, the limited visibility, and the history tied to the location.
Shit. Sorry. I mean to swear then. It's got to be an owl that's in the trees. It's got to be an owl that's in the trees. There you go.
A sudden, loud noise breaks the silence, immediately startling him. He assumes it may have been an owl, but the source remains unseen. As he heads back toward the van, rustling sounds follow him through the trees, growing louder as he walks. When he shines his torch into the darkness, 3 small points of light reflect back at him. He considers they could be animal eyes, but never confirms it.
I make some dinner in the van. Hang on. I've got a slight issue. I was going to make some dinner in the back of the van, and then there was a guy pulled up in a Defender and said to me that I can't stay here. When I asked why, his words to me were, "This is the fishing club's car park, and you can't stay here tonight, mate. Can you go? I'm going to be gone first thing." And he refused to let me stay and said that I'll be blocked in. Well, there we go. The bloody light's fallen down. So, change of plan. I'm going to have to try and find somewhere else to sleep. So currently, driving down through the... I'm going to have to try and find somewhere else to park up and get me dinner. So, I'll be back with you momentarily, as they say. Because I mean, it's like 10 o'clock at night. Do you know what I mean? You let me stay there, but alright, I guess, you know, if it's your land, it's your land, then you don't want me staying there, that's fine.
The most direct moment of the night happens unexpectedly, just as Rick prepares to settle in. A man arrives and informs him that he cannot stay, explaining that the area is a fishing club car park and that there is a risk of being blocked in. Rick decides to leave and continues driving through the countryside late at night, searching for another place to park. The night at Hartley Maudet does not produce any clear paranormal evidence, but the setting creates a strong sense of unease. The darkness around the church, the unexplained noises, and the distant lights in the trees all contribute to a tense atmosphere. However, the most disruptive moment comes not from the location itself, but from being forced to leave unexpectedly. After relocating, Rick finds a quieter and more suitable place to stay. Sometimes it's the atmosphere, the sounds, and the unknown that make it feel real. If you were there that night, would you stay longer or leave before things got worse? Leon was riding his quad through the forest when something instantly caught his attention. Fixed to a tree was an illegal deer stand, clear evidence of poaching. The situation already felt wrong, but what happened next nearly became fatal.
We get all down through here. Now, if this were a survival situation, I'd have a shotgun with me and just ride right through this kind of stuff. You will pick up growl, every other kind of crazy stuff. Little birds, big birds. I would dare say there are wild turkeys somewhere around here. Whoa! Whoa! Don't shoot! Huh? Huh? Oh, I was just riding. Okay, I'll get on right now. Okay, all right. Am I on? Is this your private property? Get the fuck out of here. Okay, I'm leaving.
Out of nowhere, a gunshot suddenly rang out across the trees. The bullet passed dangerously close, cutting through the air over the noise of his engine. Leon stopped, set his camera down, and made sure he was clearly visible, keeping his shotgun within reach. He later explained the suspected poacher fired toward him, acted suspiciously, and at one moment pointed his weapon at him 3 different times. Leon called out for the man to identify himself, but the person refused to answer. One thing is certain: firing without clearly identifying a target is reckless, and in this case it came terrifyingly close to taking someone's life. The footage captured makes the encounter even more unsettling, raising questions about whether the shot was really accidental. Do you think this was a mistake or something done on purpose? Justin K is a hunting YouTuber known for his first-person footage of tracking and pursuing wild boar across Florida. On this particular trip, however, he encountered something he clearly had not expected. The video was uploaded on February 14th, 2025. After spotting a boar, Justin steadied himself, took aim, and fired. At first, it appeared to be a clean hit. Within seconds, the situation shifted as the boar suddenly rushed straight toward him. On camera, it may not seem overwhelming, but wild boar are extremely strong, fast, and capable of causing serious harm. If one is not stopped quickly, the danger rises immediately. Justin stayed focused and fired again, successfully stopping the animal just in time. Moments like this show how fast control can change in the field. Sometimes a shot that looks solid does not end the threat right away. Do you think you would stay calm in that situation? A hunter climbed into his tree stand as evening settled over the forest. As the light dimmed, the woods grew quiet, and then the sounds began.
Hey guys. Well, I'm about a mile from the gifting rock right now. It's starting to get dusk. It's about 35 degrees out. And I want you to listen to what I'm listening to out here. It's pretty crazy. I'm bow hunting for deer tonight. That's how we feed our family here. We don't buy beef. We harvest venison and we eat that. So anyway, I want you to hear this. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can hear a little better. Like I said, I'm quite a long ways away from the gifting rock. So why are we hearing that out here, a mile away? I'm going to try to ask the farmer that owns this property if he's ever heard this sound before. Anyhow, alright guys, stay safe out there. Hopefully I can get a deer yet tonight. It's the 3rd time I've hunted here and haven't seen a deer yet, so maybe that's what it is.
The noises were unlike typical wildlife. They were deep, rough, and unsettling, unlike anything he had heard before. Sitting high in the stand with his heart pounding, he listened as the echoes carried through the trees, noticing that other animals seemed to avoid the area entirely. The video ends soon after without revealing what caused the noise. Based on viewer reactions and comments, whatever was out there that night did not appear to match any known wildlife, and the fear captured in that moment felt real. Sometimes the forest goes silent for a reason, and sometimes it doesn't. What do you think was making those sounds?
That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.